how do you think these upcoming changes could actually reshape agent and landlord relationships and also the services that those agents provide?
Um, well, I think it's becoming more apparent that as more legislation and more things get piled on, that the idea that a landlord can meet this and be continually compliant while doing this as part of their day job has rapidly been disappearing over the last decade. Just like in a lot of instances where, Chloe's saying there, if you want finance assistance, then you go to a broker. You go somebody that has all this information. And I think what these changes are doing is they are moving that landlord market, not in a bad way, but into needing to have professional assistance in the same way they would within finance, in the same way they would with legal assistance, in keeping that property compliant. It's never been needed more that you've got somebody looking at it. I think the fact that we've had recent legislation which has increased the fines that can be levied in this, that they're looking at things such as the Decent Home Standards and AWAB's law, which has had particularly bad press within the social sector, as that comes over into the private rented sector. I think the need to be on top of these and not just to be meeting it and ticking a box, but to be showing you are doing the right things. I mean, I'm a great advocate that we should be changing the terminology. I don't like landlords, lord of the land. It's very archaic. Then in actual, what you are now, if you get into this, if you take a buy-to-let financing, you are becoming a housing provider. And as such, you need to be making sure that all the laws, the legislations, and future-proofing that asset for what you're planning on using it for is part of your consideration. I still go to people now and ask them how much they have in their budget to maintain this asset over the course of the upcoming 12 and 24 months and get met with blank stares. This asset doesn't keep itself going. These retrofits are part of your commitment in putting your asset into being a housing provider. And I think that's what we're going to see change. I think that is starting to wake up. And I think that's why the news in the press will say people are leaving. I think they are, but they've realized their asset to the work they were willing to put in. There will
Mm.
always be new people willing to come in, taking these finance deals that we just saw on the screen and wanting to enter. But the people entering now will be entering with that new way of working as their norm. And I think that's what we need if we're going to move out of this oldie stock in Europe, all these problems, damp and mold, people unwell.
Mm.
We've got to make that change.